growing into this amazing player. He's only a sophomore still, so he's still got 2 more years to go. And just all kinds of great stuff coming our way for the team and for him, obviously. And so, how perfect is that? So I'll just take advantage of that and introduce Bronny James! All right.
So you guys, I want to bring out this video on Bronny James just because just recently the Sierra Kings basketball team has had their ring ceremony for winning the state championship last year, and these guys has took a lot of pictures that was lit in the ceremony. So you know, I definitely want to go over this, give you guys my opinion, and also let's just talk about what's going on with Bronny. We all know he was dealing with a injury. He tore his meniscus back in February, so he's been recovering ever since. Before I start this video, make sure you guys go follow me on Instagram at _theonlywallace, and also go subscribe to my second channel called TK Wallace Vlogs. Now let's get to the video. So first thing first, let's go over this ring ceremony. Now just watching it, yo, it was really cool just to see Bronny get lit, because this is his first ring, you know, playing at Sierra King his freshman year and winning the state championship. He actually did a lot for that team, only being a freshman, even though he only averaged 4 points, played 15 minutes. The thing about Bronny is that he did stay healthy throughout the entire season, and he also played all 34 games, so he was contributing. We all know what type of player Bronny is. He's a team player. He know how to dish the ball to his open teammates. He know how to lead the offense, run the fast break. Bronny James love to run the point guard position, so it's just like all he was really doing was just being a point guard, dishing out the ball, staying in the corners, and also being a spot out shooter, because he was playing alongside with Brandon Boston, Zaire Williams, and all those 5-star recruits. So all of the spotlight was not on Bronny. And honestly, his sophomore year, most of the spotlight was supposed to be on him this year, but we all know the whole situation with the virus and stuff. So next year is going to be a really different story, because just think about it. Bronny is going to be way taller. He's already about 6'4" right now. So by the time he hit his junior year, he's going to be like 6'6", 6'7", right? And he's going to be the starting point guard playing alongside with Amari Bailey. We all know Bronny is really a good point guard, and he's starting to learn how to score the ball better, easier. He's just becoming a better overall player. So just imagine what's his junior year come around, you guys. This man is going to be a point guard, like literally. And one thing I was always telling people about Bronny is that he's a really good shooter. He has always been a good shooter. He already can shoot off the dribble. You know, that's his strong suit. And on top of that, when he's open in the corner and stuff, it is over with. I tell y'all this all the time. So he already has progressed so much with his game. One thing about Bronny and his dad is that LeBron, he didn't become a good shooter until later in his basketball career. Bronny started off as a good shooter, and now he's just starting to grow, and it's all starting to come together. So the kid is finna be something serious, trust and believe. So not too long ago, LeBron, he posted a video on his Instagram. He was working out with his family, Bronny, Savannah, and Bryce. And just looking at Bronny, you could tell that he was just stretching. It looked like he was about to bench press or something. So it seemed like he's looking really good. We all know, like I said, he tore his meniscus in his left knee during practice back in, I guess, the beginning of February or the end of January. So he has been recovering ever since, and so far it seems like he's been doing good. You know, he's just been doing his thing, working out with his dad, and I'm just happy for him, because I know he's going to come back better and stronger. It's just a minor setback for a major comeback, for real. And I honestly was not expecting him to get injured, because that was so unexpected, but everything happens for a reason, for real, you guys. He probably was putting in a lot of work behind closed doors, because honestly, there's not like a lot of footage of Bronny working out and stuff out there. There might be some people taking pictures and stuff, but you never know. Bronny might be really going hard. Like, for real, you guys, he keep most of his workouts private just because of who he is, of course. But I know he works out multiple times, such as with his family and also his teammates. He works out with Amari a lot. And here's the thing, I can always find pictures and like workout videos of Amari. So most of the time Amari be with Bronny, which means Bronny be working out. So I don't know, every time when I be seeing Amari, I just guess Bronny is with him, because Bronny is always with Amari Bailey. You know what I mean? So he just been putting in a lot of work. And I also got another video about Amari Bailey I want to bring to you guys because, yo, I just peeped something crazy about Amari, and I just had to make a video about it and just talk to you guys about that situation. But that's going to be coming in the future. Now let's go back to this ring ceremony. So like I said, Bronny James, he was presenting his ring. Well, at first, before he was walking down the aisle, you know, doing his thing, yo, Bronny is so lit. It is funny as I don't know what. The dude is too lit, man. He be feeling himself. But before they called out his name, he had like a little documentary by his family, such as LeBron, his mom Savannah, and also his little sister Zuri. You know, they were just talking about how proud they are of him and stuff. So that was really, really dope. I wish the person was recording that so we could see how it looked. So then once they called Bronny, he was just walking down the aisle doing his thing, you know what I mean, feeling himself, and he got his ring. So Bronny got his first ring his freshman year in high school, you guys. And I'm just excited to see how many more he's going to get. He got 2 more years in high school, so we going to see for real, you guys. And I just hate how his sophomore year turned out like this. Not saying it was bad or anything. It was just so much going on and off the court, if you know what I mean. Such as on the court, you know, they delayed the entire season because of the virus, and also he had his injury, so it was like he was bound to not play his sophomore year. And outside of the court, we all know the stuff that happened with him, you know, doing dumb stuff when LeBron was in the bubble, and just Bronny being a kid. So it was just so much going on with his sophomore year for real, you guys. But I know he had fun because this man had so much free time. You see him streaming like almost every day. So he ain't gonna forget his sophomore year for real, because Bronny had so much free time. I don't think a kid ever had so much free time. Honestly, all the kids that's around his age that didn't get to play and stuff and was just sitting home most of the time doing schoolwork, y'all was lucky, because I wish I had that experience when I was in high school. You know what I mean? Definitely being a sophomore and playing basketball. So y'all was lucky with that. Bronny was just doing his thing for real. But at the end of the day, he learned a lot for his sophomore year, and he still got a ring. So, hey, man, he living his best life right now and just getting prepared for his junior year. So just looking at Sierra Canyon's schedule, it seems like they still have a season. They just delayed it to spring, because it says on April the 30th, they have a game at Viewpoint, and on May the 4th, they have one at Windward, and on May the 7th, they got a game at Crossroads. So I don't know. I guess they just delayed the entire season. I'm not 100% sure if Bronny is playing. Most likely he's not, you know, just because he's still recovering from his injury and everything. But I am very excited. Hopefully they still play, because I want to see Amari Bailey play. Amari is about to be a senior. He already committed to UCLA, but we didn't get to really see him play his junior year, even though he was playing with CBC, the club team. But still, I wanted to see Amari play his junior year at Sierra Canyon, you know, actual high school ball. Playing with the CBC, that's basically AAU, and we all know AAU season is about to come around the corner. For Bronny, hopefully he will play AAU with SFG. We all know that was the last team he played with. So I'm not 100% sure on what's going on with Bronny. I'm not sure if he's just going to sit out until his junior year, or he might just play AAU. But hopefully LeBron will let him play AAU, because Bronny needs some games. He needs to run some games for his sophomore year. There's no way in the world he's just going to sit out his entire sophomore year. His ranking already went down. I think 24/7 dropped on the 30th. He's still ranked 25th on ESPN, but Bronny got to get some games in if he want to get his ranking up there, because trust and believe, it's only going to go down if he's not getting no games in. I understand he's LeBron's son. You know, just because his name is Bronny, it doesn't mean he's still going to be a top player. Like, literally, if he's not improving, they would drop his ranking. I'm not saying they would drop it real low, just because regardless, he's always going to be in the top ranked players. But, you know, he still needs to get some games in. Bronny has to get better. Not saying he's not getting better, but people have to see it for real. We have to see his progression, and we just got to see what's up with him. But just me covering Bronny all the time, I know he's getting better, and I just know once his junior year come around, it's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be really crazy, and that's probably what they're waiting on, is for his junior year. But yeah, I definitely want y'all to leave y'all comments and opinions about that for real, because, you know, I know Bronny is cooking up some stuff, and he just getting prepared just to show the world who he really is, because people are still asleep on him. Even though everybody know who Bronny is, they are still asleep on what type of basketball player he is, you know what I mean? People actually been paying more attention to Mikey this year just because Bronny has not been playing. We all know when it comes to social media, high school basketball players, Bronny and Mikey are like wingmans for real, because Slam, Ball Light, Overtime, they love these guys for real. So Bronny was not playing his entire sophomore year, which means everybody was going to Mikey Williams games. And that's why, you know, I was explaining to you guys on how it's so easy for Mikey Williams' ranking to go down and stuff, because all of his games are broadcasted. Everybody pulls up his games and people can always see Mikey live. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, once Bronny come back, you already know he's going to take some of that pressure off of Mikey, because everybody was on Mikey his sophomore year for real. Mainly because of Bronny. But yeah, one more thing I want to talk about is these pictures with him and his mom. After Bronny got his ring, he was with his mom. They were celebrating and stuff. And it's just so dope just to see Savannah always supporting her kids. She's such a good mother. And it's just really, really cool, man. Bronny, you look just like your mom for real. You got your mom face and your dad's body. That's crazy. But yeah, man, that's really, really dope to see Bronny get his ring and everything. And I'm just very excited to see what's going to happen in the future. I want you guys to leave y'all comments and opinions below on how y'all feel about this. I thank you guys for watching. If you make sure you like, subscribe, make sure you press the notification button. Tia Gang, we out.